Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's feeling good. Awesome. Just a little bit of a background of what we're doing today is we're gonna do some floor work as well as get warmed up before that. And I'm really excited to show you a little bit what movement flow is about. So make sure to bring some socks as we will be on the floor. And as far as space-wise, you'll need roughly as long as you can lay on the floor. That's as much space you will need today. So if you need to move a little bit of furniture, feel free to move your furniture a little bit. And we're just gonna start in the next 30-ish seconds while everyone's still coming in. Awesome. Perfect, perfect. And just a small background, just on movement flow is a nice combination of capoeira, yoga, and some hand balancing. So we're gonna prep our wrists a little bit, warm up our hips, our shoulders before we go in all the moves. Awesome. Hi, everyone. Beautiful. So let's get started. So we will start with some arm snaps, squat snaps, sissy squats, and I'll show some modification for each and for some of the harder moves, just because I know some don't have necessarily the quad strength, so I'll show you some modifications on how to go there. Perfect. So to start with our warm-up, we're gonna start with some arm snaps. We wanna keep the core engaged, squeeze your glutes, and we're just gonna go for 20. And as we're snapping our arms, what we really want to make sure is we're not hyperextending, going back and forth, rather than really engaging the core, keeping our arms super straight and lubricating our shoulders. So we're just going to go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And as you're snapping, you do want to give a micro bend in your knees. Just if you're too stiff, you might feel it quite in your knees as you're going through momentum in your upper body. Awesome. From here, if your squat is limited to here, that is fine. If you can go all the way, that is perfect. Meet where you're at. We're going to start with our arms straight up. Reach for the floor and come back up. And here again, keeping the core engaged and your glutes squeezed as soon as you come up helps, one, engage your glutes, and two, really stretch those hip flexors. And here again, we're just going for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have limitations in your shoulders, you can also go super gentle and just lift them. If you have limitations in your hips, it's fine. You can also just go 1, 2, just 3 left. Beautiful. 2, last one. Awesome. And from here, we're gonna go into sissy squats. So I know sissy squat is very quad dominant, but also we need flexion and extension in our ankles. So I'll show you sissy squat and modifications, of course. So as I go forward, I'm gonna move forward and come back up. So for some, we'll grab onto the wall, go forward. So we want to go onto our tiptoes. As we go forward, we can bring our hands up. As we bring the hands up and forward, it's because we can counterbalance all the weight that's going back. If we bring our hands back, it's nice and challenging, but you can also reach for the floor. So for those that need to put their hands forward, one hand on the wall, let's do this. We're going for 10. Squeeze your butt, open the hips, and down. 1. Once you reach the bottom, squat, back up. And 2, squat, back up. You can also put your hand behind. 3, If you can, try to go all the way down and push yourself back up. 4, nice. 5. Woo-hoo. It's a nice burn in the front. Woo. 3 more. And play with your modifications. Last one. We got this. I know it's a burn, but we got this. All right. Here we're just going to do a light stretch before we start. We're going to go into a straddle position. And as we're in the straddle, I'm going to reach with my hand facing the ceiling. And I'm going to reach with the opposite arm facing my foot. My limitation might be here. Maybe I'm here. If you're very flexible, you're going to look to the ceiling because you really want to stretch your side body. And we're just going to stay here for a little bit. I know some of you are going to go grab your feet, pull yourselves down, but we're really looking to engage the side body. And if you can, as we come back up, just give it a nice grunting noise. It's a Monday morning. And let's switch sides. Woo. Beautiful. Just going to stay here for roughly 30 seconds. Nice, good morning. And then on the count of 3, we're all just going to grunt together, even though I don't hear you. 3, 2, 1. Nice. So I'm going to show you the movements or the flow that we're going to be able to do at the end of the class together. We're going to go one by one. We have 3 movements. Each of the movements, one is called the open door, a falling tree, and a bridge roll. I'll show the flow, and then from there, we can go into one and then the other. Beautiful. So we're all going to do that together. And to begin with the open door, we're going to be on all 4s. You can leave your bum on the floor, but you can also lift it. The challenge is yours. The important part is your fingers are going to face backwards, not inwards. As soon as your hands are inwards, it's too much on the shoulders. So you want to face back. And when I'm facing back, I want to be a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into one direction with our knees, and the knee that's on the top is going to lift straight up. So let's all just go for 5 straight leg sides. So shift, open. 1, shift, open. 2, shift, open. 3, sway, shift. 4, and last one, 5. Let's do it on the other side as well. 1, shift, 2, last 2, and 1. Awesome. So this will be the most important part, somewhat of this movement. So as we go through, we're going to go shift, open. Now you're going to get off your bum. You're going to bring that leg over. And bring it back. To the side. Extend the leg. Open. And bring it back. I'm going to give you a side view. So side. Open. Your butt comes off the ground. You want to try to get your foot pointed and as close to your wrist as possible. Some are going to be here, and that is okay. Again, side, open. Let's do one last one. Side, open. Beautiful. Now we're going to go over to the rotation of the move. So as we go side, shift, open. You're gonna bring your arm over, and they're gonna look like handstand hands on the back, and your leg's gonna come through. I'm gonna face my back, just so you can see what's happening with the hands. So we're gonna go shift, open, leg on the floor, yet it's only grazing as my hand comes down. Let's try that again. I'm gonna give you a different view. Side, leg, down, over. One last one. Side, open, leg over, down. From here now, we're gonna bring the leg up and over. You're gonna try to keep your leg as straight as possible the entire time. So as we go over, we're gonna go shift, leg on the floor, it's only scraping. It's gonna come through like a clock. Lift it in the sky, give it a little bend, let yourself fall. And again, side, leg open, to the side, hand to the floor, leg comes up and bent, let yourself fall. Let's do it 2 more times on the side. Shift, leg opens, side, graze the floor, bring it up and down. Beautiful. Hi everyone, I like all the waves. All right, so once we've reached the floor, the leg is already gonna be extended. And what we need to focus here is we're just gonna go on our bellies and switch our legs 10 times. So we're gonna lay down and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. So as soon as we go up, there is a switch of the legs, but we're gonna keep them together. So once we land, just to show you the transition, we're gonna go down, clockwise, over. Bring that leg in, come down where that shift happens, and we're just going to open. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. All right. So let's try that again. Side shift, swing the leg through, bring it down. Pull it in, bring that hip to the floor, don't hit your knee, come down, push yourself up and open. So the bottom leg that's bent will now want to straddle. Let's try it one more time, just from the floor position, we're gonna go down into a straddle. So as we go down, reach, leave the leg behind. We're on the floor. Here, place the foot on the floor, open. Awesome. One last time, and I'm just gonna face the opposite direction so you can see what my hands are doing. Leg extended, I am reaching back with both hands, kind of like pushed up. My hip comes on the floor, there's a little swoop, and here I'm giving it a push to come up. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Next. So now let's put the two together. We're gonna go on the count of 3, 2, 1, shift, extend, over, swoop, foot on the floor. Bring the leg in, really controlled, and open. And for those that want a little challenge, let's try the other side. So we're here, and 3, 2, 1, switch. Open, down and around, leg extends, look at your foot if you want, and open. Beautiful. And now the hardest part of the flow. If you have a bridge, if you have a plow in yoga, this will be easier for you. The only difference between the plow and the bridge roll is my gaze will not be on top of my feet. it will be to the side. And when I say to the side is, as my feet come to the side, I want to make sure I have no compression in my neck. So I'm going for my bridge roll and everything is going to the side. As I go to the side, I am here. At no point in time do I have any compression in my neck. And swoop. So let's break it down. We call this one the raving hands. So just take a seat in front, and as you rave to the side, you're gonna look to the side. And let's just go for 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3. And this will make a lot of sense. Once you go upside down, the world seems confusing. And if we don't practice the little things, the second we're upside down, we're gonna go straight. So let's give it another 6. And then we're gonna go for our plow. And as we go for the plow, we're just gonna do a little different. And what I mean with different is we're gonna go to the side. And as we go to the side, we don't want compression on the neck. So I'm gonna face forward, and then I'm gonna turn back so you can see both positions. And you're gonna come down with the tops, with the bottoms of your toes. So don't land on your nails, it won't feel very comfortable. So as I go back, I want to reach to that side, and your bottom arm is a nice stand for you, like a motorcycle. And 3, 2, 1, I come down and come back up. Again, as I go over, I come down and come back up. And let's just do 10 of those and really warm up the spine. I'm going to keep my back to you, just so it kind of makes sense. Try not to bend your knees here. A slight bend is okay. But we're just going to go back and forth for another 3, 2, 3. And the last one. 1. Beautiful. With the bridge roll, we kind of say, now our knees are going to be eyes. As I go upside down, I will be looking at my eyes with the side of my face. I'll look at my eyes, and then the second I touch the floor with my toes, we will look away as if we just broke up. And how that makes sense is I'm going to do everything the exact same. I'm going to go down. I'm going to look at my knees from the side, and then I'm going to give it a bend and come around, and I'm going to look away. I'm going to do this a couple times with you. It might be quite confusing. You might fall on the sides of your hips, and that's okay. It is an advanced movement, and it is super fun. For some, it'll also be easier to interlace your feet. And what that means is I'll also show you that. So as I go to the side, I look at my feet, but now they are interlaced. I have to go a little bit back so you can see me. So as I go back, I'm interlaced. This way, as I come up, at all points in time, my feet are on the ground. Beautiful. So give that a try again. We're just going to go for the plow a couple more times. Try both sides. Here. I'm here. I go for my plow. Once I am here, I swoop and come up. Awesome. That is the flow for today. For those that can't do the plow, I will give a variation, and the flow will look like this. It's going to be the open from the beginning. Beautiful. You're going to swipe your feet for your falling tree. And once you're here, we're going to go down, open, and up. Awesome. And the last move is called a forward fold sliding splits. And how to do the forward fold sliding splits, you don't have to be necessarily flexible. You can also just be in a normal straddle. The biggest thing you want to pay attention to is as I go to the side, give it a little push. This way you can see that there's a little hole under your quad, and that's where the leg is going to go through. So we're going to give it a little push. Let's just do 10 on each side. Warm up the arms. This gives your neck also a little break. We're halfway. And if you need to take a little sip of water, please do so. Nice. Awesome. So once we've done that, the feet get really involved. So as I go to the side, my hip is up, my bottom leg will bend, my top foot will stay straight, and they will extend. Beautiful. And now do the same. So as I go down, my bottom leg bends, top leg stays straight. One more time. Bottom bend, top straight. All right. Once the bottom bends, top straight, our chest and hands are going to pivot to the opposite side, and that's where my hip lifts again. Once it lifts, my bottom bends and my top is straight. So let's give it a try on each side. As I go to the side, mini push-up, leg space, down and through, switch, and up. Again, as I come down, it's a mini push-up. I give myself space between my legs. It's a bend. My top leg comes through. Give it a straddle. Again, the bottom leg bends. Top leg is straight, and give it a push. Beautiful. So some of the mistakes we might do on the forward fold sliding splits is we keep the legs flexed. If we keep the legs flexed, they will crash. So as I go through, I might be doing this, and you're like, oh no. So you want to keep them as pointed as possible. Even if you don't have a point, it's just a little down, just so they don't crash. Let's give it one more try on each side. So down, open, switch, and up. One more time on the other side, down, open, switch, and up. Beautiful. And we're going to do all of that from the beginning. First, we're going to do the one with the bridge roll, and then we're going to do the one with the sliding split. So we're going to go open door, falling tree, bridge roll, open door, falling tree, forward fold, sliding split. And let's start in 3, 2, 1 again. And 3, 2, 1. Open door. Switch. Bring the leg forward. Look at your toe. Look at your toe. Give it a nice straddle. Foot to the side. Look between your hands. And hip to the ceiling. And let's go back to the beginning. Again, open door, falling tree, into forward fold sliding splits. And we go open door, falling tree, and from here to a forward fold sliding split. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beautiful. I know it's a lot of floor work. The bridge is a little bit more complicated than the forward fold sliding split. It's a great challenge. Even if you find yourself just doing a plow, it's really great to get some fluid into your spine. I know we don't necessarily bend that way all the time. And if your hips are sore by this evening, I truly apologize. And I just wanted to say thank you for a strong Fitness Magazine, for letting me host a live IG story here to work out with you and just flow on the floor. And I hope you have a beautiful Monday today. And thank you again for having me. Awesome. Bye.